Welcome to the comment show. Don't know what that intro was, but I've done it. It's a hot day. I have incredibly bad hay fever and I can't breathe or smell, which is great when you walk past the toilet in this building because people like dogs. But let's just crack through this. The first comment comes from Robert, and he was replying to, is this the best England team in World Cup history? Hashtag World Cup review. Great video, check that out. Premium content. Robert has decided that he doesn't agree with that title and has said that it is the worst England team in World Cup history. That's clearly, although a lot of the comments on the video didn't agree with Robert but declined with the title and were essentially like, calm your down, boy. You beat Tunisia and Panama. And I understand that fully. The first real test is against Belgium. But let us England fans have something to be excited about for once. This is like the first time, at least for my generation, that we've had a 30-goal-a-season striker in Harry Kane. The entire country seems to have finally got behind the England team, even though in the media are still a bit, they're not as bad as usual. So there's hope. We finally have hope. We finally have reason to have hope. Because I can't remember the last time England won their first 2 games at a World Cup.
That's the 4th time it's happened in our history.
James has said that's the 4th time that's ever happened in our history. So, rightly so, we're bloody excited over here. Bloody excited. And also, It's Coming Home has essentially become a meme. So we're all just enjoying ourselves and having a laugh. And finally, we're united as a country behind the England team. I mean, as soon as we get knocked out, we're all going to hate each other again. But until then, England. Love it. This video actually goes out after the Belgium game. So the Belgium game happened on Thursday and this goes out on a Saturday. So I've recorded 3 different reactions to possible results. We did it, we won. We're top of the group. We're gonna smash any, actually, this is incredibly difficult now. We've just given ourselves a harder route to the final. But we beat Belgium. That was a good game, wasn't it? Who scored? I don't know. I haven't technically watched it yet, but we won. So, way England, we're gonna win it. A draw. Ooh, respectable result. What has it come down to? Was it a 0-0? Was it 3-3? I think it was actually 10-10. 20 goals in that game, and then Belgium got too many yellow cards, so it went to fair play, and we topped the group again. Oh, lovely stuff. We're still going to win it. Hey, football, we lost. Lukaku then. Yeah, we've got a better route to the final now. We're going to go beat, I don't know, who have we got? Japan. Easy. Easy stuff. Rolo951 says, is having a speech impediment a prerequisite to getting a job at Forward Daily? Yes, it turns out it is. So, if you want to improve your chances of ever getting a job at Forward Daily, you need 3 things on your CV. Number 1, speech impediment. There's 2 ways to go about this. You've got a permanent way, which is to get a hammer and just go at your mouth, break as many teeth as possible, and you won't be speaking normally in no time. Number 2 is a temporary option. You find a bee's nest. Is it a nest? A bee's hive? A beehive? A nest of bees. Can't remember what it's called. You find a beehive, and you go up to it, and you aggravate them, and then pluck a couple and allow them to sting your tongue. And then you'll be talking like this in no time. Easy. Step number 2, you need to master the clickbait. Here is a title. It could be a normal subject. Adnan Januzaj to Aston Villa. Not very interesting. You know what you should call that? Ex-Manchester United wonder kid to sign for European champions. ... That's magic, that is. That's almost art. Step number 3. You need to show you can handle extreme pressure in extreme conditions. And by that, I mean it's about 8 p.m. on a Friday. You should have got home 2 hours ago, but you're still editing Sunday Vibes. You need to watch it through again, but you've drank about 3 beers. You have to make it all the way through an episode of Sunday Vibes without just f***ing off and going to Pop World and finding a pole and twerking on it. You've got to stay there and watch Sunday Vibes when you just want to go get hammered. It's difficult, but it's got to be done. That's why we earn the big bucks. We don't earn a all. The next comment comes from Ramanishan. You guys do work experience? That's how much EFD/FD have developed. Yes, we do. Do you fancy spending an entire day downloading photos of footballers? Come on down, it's so much fun, because that's what you'll do. And that's what we do. And it's really, really boring. This looks glamorous, it's not. I'm in a loft with a green screen. It's really not that interesting. For like 3 days a week, half of us are just downloading pictures of blokes kicking balls. And also footballers. I also have a cough as well as hay fever because I keep swallowing the phlegm.
Oh, I spit mine.
I couldn't spit mine out because I was on the tube. So, I don't know if you've been on the London Underground or public transport in general, but don't gob on it. The next comment comes from Joe Bowen, and he says, I want to see your feet. He got 18 likes. Cheers, guys. I mean, I didn't anticipate that reaction to a really small signing off joke on the last comment show. Nice filth, not bad filth, like, I want to see your feet. But we're here now, and prepare yourself for foot time. Are you ready? Go. Look at them. Beauties. Gorgeous. Bakugan, CM7, this was on the last comment show. I think he's an Arsenal fan, and he is still salty about that Champions League match. Don't know what gave you that impression last week. I mean, I bloody hope I'm not an Arsenal fan because I've got this on. We've got 4 Arsenal fans in the Football Daily office, and they all sit incredibly close to me. I'm surrounded. Scum, pure scum. Being an Arsenal fan is like perpetually supporting England every single year. There's just a build-up, and you're like, we're shit. 1 week before the competition begins, you're like, maybe. You win the first game, you're like, this is it, game on. This is the best I've ever felt. Maybe this is no, it's not. But it never is, apart from the FA Cup. Ooh, the FA Cup, what a brilliant trophy. That's dead now, and you made it dead because you won it too many times. Jack McBride has the next comment. I think Kieran would make an amazing job as a Marvel villain. Not a bad idea. Comment below what Marvel villain you think I should be. Personally, I'd like to be Dr. Octopus because I would have 8 limbs and I could do cool shit like play FIFA against myself. And also, I like the fact that in Spider-Man 2, he wears like normal-ish clothes. I mean, they're a bit like I'm an emo, I live in the park, but they're normal-ish compared to most superheroes and villains who always insist on wearing spandex like they're sponsored by Puma. They could wear the spandex for like, aerodynamic reasons and flexibility, but they then pair it with a cape. Why does a cape never go over their heads, ever? It's just not realistic. Superhero films where people have superhuman powers are not realistic because of the cape. Your titles to vids are so clickbait. Unsubbed. Please direct all accusations of clickbait to Mr. Adam Templeman or Peter Dorman. There's sort of different scales of clickbaiting. We're not on the level of just like, whoa, this is a title and a thumbnail that I've made, but it's not actually in the video. That, to me, is clickbaiting. But when you're in YouTube and you have to upload videos all the time, you realize that maybe instead of, for example, on that Sunday Vibes where that comment was, we have the title, the player who deserves a big money transfer is ... And it's, it's a bit like, oh, I have to click on it to find out. But if you're already a viewer of Football Daily, the title doesn't matter. You know what you're going to get when you watch Sunday Vibes. There's so many videos on YouTube now that you have to convince people to watch your videos somehow. So I agree with the H3H3 opinion on it and the Funhouse opinion on it, where as long as what you put in the title and in the thumbnail is in the video, that it doesn't matter too much. You need to get those extra viewers, because the difference in between having, say we had for Sunday Vibes, the title was Irving Lozano deserves to move to Man United, it's just not going to get as many clicks as the player who deserves a big money transfer is. Painfully, I wish it wasn't, but painfully that's what you have to do to be able to survive on YouTube. And I don't feel like it detracts from the actual content that you're watching, because you know what you're going to see. It's Sunday Vibes. You got 3 people talking about football, pretending they're informed. Way, I keep attacking the channel. But also, just comment below and have a little chat in the comments about what you think. Does it ruin your experience? Does it cheapen what you think of the videos? Or it's an honest conversation. Have one below. Have a lovely civil conversation about the ethics of YouTube. The next comment comes from Thielen Crowley, and he put, Sterling, so overrated. That comment was on VFN, and I get that he misses some simple chances. You had the one against Tunisia, even though that was offside, so wouldn't have counted anyway. And then you had the one that John Stones followed up against Panama, but he is not overrated. He contributed 29 goals for Man City this year. Big up, love you Sterling. And he contributed 13 last year, so he's vastly improved. People still focus on like, oh, he's missed from like 2 yards out. Not great, but bear in mind he's 23. Imagine in about 5 years when his finishing is at its peak. He's going to be, imagine the amount of goals he's going to score. Too many, if anything. Calm down, Raheem, in 5 years. Let someone else have a go. I get that he struggles for England. He only has 3 goals for England, I believe, but positivity behind a player can be huge. So if we finally all get behind him and he nabs that 1 goal, be it a penalty, be it a little tap-in, I think it'll set him off, and I think he'll be quality for England. Just get behind him for once. Get behind everyone else, get behind Sterling. He's one of our best players. He's not overrated. He just needs that 1 next goal for England, and he'll be off on his little dinosaur run, and it'll be great. Also, if you didn't think he was overrated at Liverpool, you shouldn't think he's overrated now, because here's the stats. There you go. He's gotten better. Comment of the week, it's from Joby1 Kenobi. 6 out of 10. Video needs more lisp. Hey, that was on Stat Wars. It's nice to see someone, you know, not hate me as a ref. I don't really care, to be honest. But James did a lovely job as a ref last week. Maybe we can have dual custody of Stat Wars. Ah, wouldn't that be nice? I couldn't be the ref last week because I was off on holiday. Where'd you go, Kieran? Was it somewhere nice? No, I was at home, just didn't go to work for a couple of days. That is it. We have come to the end of the 3rd episode of The Comment Show. What have I written on this tablet to say at the end of this video? Thanks for watching all again. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check out my personal channel. Gonna plug that every bloody week. And don't forget to watch more brilliant Football Daily content.